All right, and we're live. Welcome to anyone that's already here tonight on this Sunday evening, where we are hopefully going to be finishing Illusion of Gaia. I see that Meek is already here, and this is an owl as well. Hope you are both doing good. Hope you're both doing good. Thanks for the daily moshing etiquette, of course, as always. But yeah, tonight we are going to be hopefully finishing. I mean, not hopefully. We're definitely going to be finishing Illusion of Gaia tonight. I know this game well enough to know that that tonight we will be able to finish it. Hopefully, we won't be finishing it as early as we ended up finishing Jet Cave Adventure the other day, though. But only time will tell. I guess only time will tell. We pretty much only have 2 dungeons left. One of them is like a proper dungeon, and the other one's kind of like a boss rush, basically. So yeah, there's not much left at all.
Banana hammock.
Hi there, Meek. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, there's not much left in the game at all. So hopefully we don't end up having to call it really early again tonight. But keep in mind that that's very much a possibility. How am I? I'm doing good, Meek. I'm doing good. It's today has largely been a little bit of a nothing day for me, to be honest. So let me talk about the weekend for a moment. Obviously, Friday in the evening we finished Jet Cave Adventure. Yesterday, though, we had a bit of a birthday party at home because Meek was celebrating her birthday on she was celebrating her birthday yesterday. The actual birthday is tomorrow, but we celebrated it with friends and family yesterday. So you can imagine that took a lot of energy out of both of us, because we just had a full house all day. It probably took more energy out of Meek than it took out of me, to be fair, but still, it was a very full day with a lot of visitors. So that pretty much took up the entire day. So today was a little bit for both of us. Today was a little bit of a more calm and chilling out kind of day. Because of course it was. One thing that I do want to mention, though, is that yesterday another short went up on YouTube and TikTok, which is right here. I have a command set up for this, right? Yeah, there we go. So right there, you could see that short if you want to. It's about Jet Cave Adventure. I made a little short review on Jet Cave Adventure, and posted it yesterday. So that was good. And that wasn't initially what I was going to post yesterday, but then I pretty much just decided to make that video yesterday morning before family came over, and I just put it together because it felt like it made sense to post that. I might do a similar video about Illusion of Gaia and about whatever indie games we play in the future. So obviously next week, which I announced in Discord yesterday, next week we are going to be playing some Kina, which is hopefully going to be fun. Probably not the most tactical choice on my end, to be completely honest, since that game gets compared to Zelda a lot, and we're also starting a Zelda game next week. So variety-wise, that might not have been the best choice, but we will get through it and we will make it work as we always will. We're going to be playing Kina next week. I haven't posted the schedule yet for next week, but expect the start of that to be on Tuesday. Because normally I do stream on Monday, but because it's Meek's birthday tomorrow, I'm not going to be able to go live tomorrow. So you know, that's that. Because we are going out to eat tomorrow, which is going to be very fun. We're going to a pancake restaurant, which is probably the best pancake restaurant in the Netherlands. I would say. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't been to all of them, but it's a really good one that we're going to tomorrow, so that's exciting. And with that, yeah, we have that coming up. We have Kina coming up next week. We have Tears of the Kingdom coming up next week. Hopefully, part of the schedule, I will be posting my schedule for next week tomorrow. Part of it will be a little bit, but it'll be how does that phrase go? Like it might get changed a little bit depending on if my Switch 2 arrives in time. I assume that at least one of the Switch 2s that we have pre-ordered. We have one pre-ordered for Meek, one pre-ordered for myself. I assume that one of them should at least arrive in time so that I would be able to play, of course, so that I will be able to play Tears of the Kingdom on Friday is what I'm planning for it right now. So that should be happening. But of course, you never know with postal services these days, especially if both of them end up getting sent via DHL, then there might be a good chance that we are going to have a bad time. But only time will tell for now. We're just gonna have to wait. It's only 4 more days, luckily, before we get to that point. So I'm still excited. Still excited, nevertheless. I'm excited to play Mario Kart World as well. I'm very excited to check that one out, even though the character roster I find a little bit disappointing still at the moment, but hopefully we will see a little bit more once the game actually releases. I'm curious though, how's everyone else feeling about it? Hope everyone else is pretty excited for that as well. Mario Kart World, and obviously the Switch 2 as well, because I definitely am. And I'm going to be playing the Switch 2 a lot that weekend, assuming it arrives on time. In any case, though, I feel like we've spent enough time talking here tonight, and we should probably start playing some games here. So let me go ahead and get my game booted up here before we switch to the right scene. Any second now? Yes, there it is. All right. Switch 2 is coming this week. Yeah, it's next Thursday, Meek. It's next Thursday, so that's going to be very exciting. I'm definitely looking forward to it, as I imagine you are as well. But for tonight, we're not playing anything of the sort because we are playing Illusion of Gaia still. Where we go over to Dao Village, which is exactly where we left off. I'm pretty sure I can just go straight to the pyramids at this point. Because let me check this. I don't have any. Yeah, I don't have any red jewels with me. Can't wait to play the upgraded version of Pokemon Violet. Oh yeah, that one's getting an upgrade as well. That's true. Okay, so I have the dark power, so I pretty much have everything I want from this guy. So we don't need to do anything with that anymore. Is there anything else I need to do in the village? I don't need to do this minigame. Yeah, I guess we don't really need to explore, do we? Let us just go straight to the pyramid. Which is, I guess, the final real dungeon in the game. There's Tower of Babel as well, but not everyone considers that a full dungeon. I kind of do, but it's essentially just a boss rush. Oh no. Taking some heat here immediately. Apparently I can't shield whatever that is either. Oh, look at this. Nice immediate defense up. Ooh, and look at this. A voice echoed inside his head. I've been waiting for you to come. By the way, is the game a little bit quiet for everyone, or is that just me? I'm made from the light of a comet, the ultimate warrior shadow. My body has no shape. This body appears only when the human consciousness evolves. The comet that now approaches Earth is also a consciousness without form. My body's the only thing that can confront the comet and bring it to an end. Well, close your eyes. Alright, so we are about to get turned into shadow here. I guess the game just seems a little quiet because, look at this, by the way. Because the other one was, like Jet Cave Adventure was a bit louder than this one. You have the aura. Okay, the aura is Shadow's mind. When he holds it up, his body becomes like water. Only a small part of the pyramid is above ground. Most of it is below the surface. You should change into the shadow and advance into the underground. Alright. Let me go ahead and make sure that I equip that item right away. Where is it? Here it is. So essentially when I use that, Shadow does this. And we end up going downstairs. And there's another one of these here right away. I'm pretty sure you can just kind of, at this middle point, you can kind of freely change characters. But I don't think we need to do that at the moment. Let's just go to these rooms. These rooms that have some really good music going on, I should mention. By the way, it's interesting that Shadow has the same voice as Freedan has. That hit there was a little unnecessary, but we will survive. This has been honestly a very fun playthrough. Also, I cannot continue here. I need Will to do this. Okay. Do think game volume is a little low. Hold on. Let me try to fix that real quick. Let me see. Filters. Put this slightly higher. That should be a little better. That should be a little bit better, but I'm not 100% sure. First, we need to change character over to Will, though. But yeah, the game is definitely... I can tell that it's quieter than the past couple of games, or than Jet Cave Adventure, I should say. But now it does sound a little bit more up to par, so I think I'm gonna keep it like this. I should heal there while I'm at it, shouldn't I? Continue journey? Yes, indeed. Okay, back in this room we go, because we obviously need Will here. We need the spin attack to get up this little ramp. There we go. And we need to do it again. All right. I still have to commend this game for having such a like a diverse enemy cast. Every single dungeon has just its own set of enemies, which I've always found very impressive about this game. I mean, I guess in this era that shouldn't be the hardest thing to do, but still. Ooh, nice. A defense upgrade, we always can use those. Same time, though, I think if I jumped down from that one platform that I saw earlier, I would have ended up on the other side there where I already was at before. So that would have been essentially useless. Try and see. I think I just need to do this attack back and forth a couple of times to take all these enemies out. Yeah, there we go. It's just 6 of them all at once. Can I grab that one? Can I grab that? No? Alright. Let's just leave it for now. 7 more enemies in this room. What, how did everyone, what did everyone think of this playthrough, by the way? We are getting close to the end of it. I'm, of course, curious to know if it was any fun to watch. I wonder if I need to do the spin from all the way up here. Would that help? Ooh, yes, it did help. It had the exact effect that I was looking for. All right. 4 more enemies still in this room. Here's 3 of them. But yeah, my opinion on this game is pretty well known at this point, I would say. It's I mean, I've mentioned time and time again that this is one of my favorite games of all time. Another defense up, okay. Fun to watch. That's good, Meek. That's good. Hopefully Kina will be the same with that next week. There's a lithograph on this wall. I heard in doubt that it's a hieroglyph. Let's try to remove the lithograph. All right. We've got the hieroglyph stone. So there's 6 of these or 5? I think 6 that we need to collect and put in the right spot later on. The door to the pyramid appears in the light. Yeah, let's jump in. I think I'd do well just putting it in here immediately. Yeah, there's 6. So that's a little bird thing, which means I need to read... Yeah, Father's Journal. I need to read that. So the little bird is the first one. Whoops. There we go. So that should be correct. Then I guess I need to change back to the shadow here. In order to jump back down. But yeah, Kina, I don't know, Meek, if you've heard of Kina. It's called Kina Bridge of Spirits, I think, is the full name. But it's the game that I picked for our next indie playthrough, which we're starting next week. And I've played about an hour of it at one point. I think I bought it like last year or 2 years ago in the Steam summer sale. Played it a little bit, but never did the full playthrough of it. And I know that it's a very beloved game, so I was always wanting to check it out. Never heard of it? Fair enough, Meek. Fair enough. Now the question is, will Shadow take us through this room? Or do I need to go back and change again? I think Shadow might be the right call for this room based on what I'm seeing here, but let's not jump the gun on any conclusions. And make our way through first. Yeah, okay, I think I see what we need to do already. I have the aura equipped, that's good. And then, do I need to jump down from here, or is there one further to the right? I think this one right here is the one that I need to jump down to. But yeah, I think Kina even won. Did it win an award in the Game Awards a couple of years ago? I think it did. I think it won like best debut indie game or something like that. If I'm remembering correctly, that is. Whoops. So it was always one that I felt like I needed to check out at one point or another. In the meantime, the game is spamming me with defense upgrades here. Not that I'm complaining, but still. I don't remember if there's any rooms in here where we would specifically need freedom, to be honest. Oh, let me grab that last one as well. In the meantime, Gummy Bear, welcome to you. Hope you're doing good tonight. No one will ever do damage to me. I mean, they're still doing some damage to me. Not nearly as much as they were before, to be fair. How are you doing, though, Gummy? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, we can pretty much just tank all of these hits at the moment, can't we? Doing well. I'm glad you're doing well at the moment, Gummy. I'm glad to hear that. My day's been pretty chill, to be honest. An attack up. That one was kind of needed at this point. But yeah, my day's been pretty chill for the most part. Any spot where I missed something? There must be. Maybe this? No, not quite. Yeah, we just chilled for the most part today. I played some games earlier. Played some Binding of Isaac specifically. Oh, this is gonna lead to nowhere, is it? And then we watched F1 later on, and that was kind of it. That was pretty much everything I did today. So we've just been chilling pretty much. And now we're of course looking to finish Illusion of Gaia, one of my favorite games of all time, which will probably always be the case. Where do I need to jump down, though? Would it be here, perhaps? suppose you make a good point there, Gummy. I think this is the right spot. I hope it is. Yeah, this is definitely the right spot. Okay. That is good. So that is the second one already. Second lithograph, or hieroglyph, I guess. Hieroglyph stone. Which means we are a third through this dungeon already. What's this game about? So basically we are playing as... well, normally we are Will, but at the moment we've turned into Shadow here. But the initial... I didn't need to do that, did I? The initial premise of this game is that you're this kid from a small town who is trying to find his father, who's disappeared a long time ago. But with what we know about the game right now, we are essentially looking to stop a comet from crashing into Earth, more or less. And to do that, we need to basically grab all the statues that we need in order to be able to get up to the comet and defeat it. And right now, we are pretty much in the last dungeon before we get to that point. Hi there, Iggy. In the meantime, hope you're doing well. I don't need to go back in there again. Whoops. I need to not hit the wrong button. There we go. So let me see. We have... I don't even know how to describe this hieroglyph. But what spot does it go in? Whoops, I clicked too fast. It is... oh, it just goes in the second spot. Okay, that's pretty simple. Once again. Looks like a fun game. I mean, it's one of my favorite games of all time, so yeah, definitely. First time I played this game is like, what, 24 years ago at this point? Maybe 23? Give or take. I want to do a little safety heal, though, of course, before we go into the third section. Hopefully it's going to be another shadow section, but we might need to change these enemies in this room. The problem with these is that I can't shield them. So when they're spread out like this, it's very hard to not take damage. Luckily, we got some HP there. That helps. Ooh, I think this might be a Will room. I think we might need Will here, but we're gonna continue like this anyway. For a little bit before we do that. Take this enemy out. Before I forget. How many are in this room? 8 still. Okay, cannot do much there. I'm probably going to have to backtrack and change into Will. If I had to take a wild guess. Can I do this though? I can, but something was shooting at me up there. Means I need to go back there. I see, Iggy. I don't quite remember that being a thing, but then again, it's been a while since I've last played through this game. That didn't do much. Or did it? Well, all that really did was create a shortcut. But at least now I know that there's enemies here. Honestly, Iggy, that's fair. That's fair. How do I keep track of all these floors? I'm mostly just guessing, to be completely honest. I guess I need to go back down and then hit this. We're on two sides of this though, so yeah, I think we really do need Will in this section. But yeah, it also does help that I've just played through this game a lot of times, so even if I do need to refigure some stuff out, eventually I'll just be like, oh yeah, I remember, that's how it worked. First, let us get Will in our party, though. Guess you don't really have a party in this game, but you know what I mean, right? I will admit, though, I've never been a big fan of Shadow as a character. Like, he gets tossed into the game all the way at the end. And most of the time I'm like, just let me play as Friedan. He's way more fun. But I suppose lore-wise it makes sense because you need Shadow to get to the comet. As the game. Oh yeah, I suppose you are right. My defense has increased. What am I missing here then? Because clearly there's something I'm not seeing here. Oh, hold on. I think I need Shadow here. Okay, let's backtrack again. I need Shadow there, I think, to go down. And then last time I kind of just rushed back up in a way, so I would pretty much just need to not do that again. But we can make it work. That's a little bit of backtracking, right? We've had to backtrack through so many dungeons already. Like Angkor Wat, you have to backtrack all the way out, for example. Mount Crest, you have to backtrack all the way back out. So we can handle a little bit more, right? Or maybe that's just me. But in either case, we are continuing on. Oh yeah, there's just a whole new room here that we haven't been to at all. Let us make our way through. Yeah, that's true, Iggy. In this one, you at least get those little things, which helps a lot. Yeah, Mount Crest just kind of becomes a giant maze, doesn't it? Oh, there's an enemy here. Find another one. Even more? No? But yeah, Mount Cress is almost like a labyrinth to get out of. There's a couple of shortcuts there, which does help, but you still end up getting lost pretty easily. In the meantime, though, this ladder is taking quite a while. There we go. Something is shooting like crazy here. Ah, it's these things. Another attack up, thank you very much. We still need 3 more health up as well to get to the full health bar, though I suppose we just get those anyway when we find the last statue. Ah, here we go. Already halfway through. Making good pace here tonight. Which I guess isn't the best, because we will end up with another short stream, just like earlier this week with Jet Cave Adventure that we ended up finishing. I guess I should have gone up and put the hieroglyph there, but it doesn't matter because we can do that whenever we want, essentially. And let's continue on. It's gonna be fun though to start 2 new playthroughs next week. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Even though I did have fun, obviously I had a lot of fun with this game. Oh, the game does not know how to handle this situation. But yeah, I had a lot of fun with this game, and then of course I had a lot of fun with Jet Cave Adventure as well. These mummy enemies are always interesting. This is the one that I came from, right? So I should go here. I see. But I can't quite go in. So there must be more to this. Oh, that might be a way to warp back just in case you got in here with the wrong character. I think that might be the case because you have that giant ramp in the beginning that otherwise would have ended up soft locking you, I guess. But right now I'm not really seeing any problems like that. I like how ridiculous Shadow is. Like look at this. I can just spam, and half the time the enemies just can't do anything against me. Ooh, I was safe to assume that there would be those little invisible things here. Even more defense up. And yet another... Oh, look at this. Yet another room that's completely filled to the brim. Oh, no, I need Will here. Or do I? No, yeah, I definitely do. Unless I end up getting back there again. And it ends up being some sort of a shortcut. The layout of these rooms can get pretty confusing, can't they? Quite a few split paths in here. I also need to be a little careful with my health, now that I think about it. Is that not just where we came from? I think it is, isn't it? So with that, you just kind of run into a circle. Which would mean... Are there enemies here? No. Which would mean that we need Will in here. So then I do need to get back to that one portal. So that I can transform back. I guess maybe having that big ramp there in the beginning could have been a little bit of a hint already. That was going to be the case. Now that I'm here, by the way, I might as well... Okay. I might as well check this. Yeah, that's just the third one. Are they all just going to be in order like this? I thought it was a little more random, to be honest, but apparently not. Oh, I'm not equipped. I need to get the aura again, of course. And then we once again changed back to Will. No Freedan so far in this dungeon. Even though Freedan is the best character. And then again, I don't think there's anything that you specifically need his ability for. But kind of makes sense. Fortunately, that would mean that we aren't going to see any Freedan at all today. But that's just the way it is, I suppose. By the way, it's very warm in my gaming room tonight. It's extremely warm in here. A lot warmer than it's been in a long time for some reason. I don't know if the weather today is any different from usual days. But downstairs it didn't feel particularly different, so I'm not sure why it's like this upstairs. But it's kind of being a little bit of a detriment to my energy levels. I will admit. Can I grab that via this? Yeah, now I can. So hopefully I won't end up being feeling too tired. Where's this guy then? We're gonna check that out later. And it's a good thing that I did decide to do that, because here we have this. Another red jewel, which we once again don't really need. But yeah, I'm hoping my warmth isn't going to affect my my energy. Well, quite warm today outside. Oh, I see. That makes sense then. But yeah, like I said, I hope it's not going to affect my my energy levels too much tonight. I hit the LR buttons too quickly there. Let me take you out, please. There you go. $29 inside. Really, Iggy? That sounds terrible, to be honest. That sounds way too much. I don't think it's quite that warm here. Luckily for me. It is still warm, though. Then again, I don't have a thermometer up here. Need to equip the book again. I'm assuming that's just going to be the fourth one. Yeah, it is. I mean, yeah, weather has been all over the place, though, the past couple of weeks, hasn't it? Should have equipped the hieroglyph. Whoops. That was incorrect. Let me go ahead and get rid of these red jewels, by the way. Because they're starting to clog up my inventory a little bit. Alright, 4 out of the 6 rooms are now finished. I really hope, to be honest, that we don't end up finishing the game before the 2-hour mark today. Because that's what happened on Friday as well. And I don't really like my streams to be that short. Then again, if it happens, it happens. I'm already imagining that I'm gonna end up needing... I need to stop hitting the wrong button. I'm gonna end up needing... well, in this one. So only time will tell. Ooh, we definitely see some shadow stuff here, though. Yeah, okay, this is a shadow room. That's good. Over here on the right, another staircase. Luckily, my map betrays these invisible enemies. We have in this room 7 still in total. And a chest, apparently. I guess we go down from here then, don't we? Maybe this could lead to that chest. Based on my map, it probably should. Yeah, there we go. Well, I guess we didn't really need to do that, did we? Now that I think about it. So I suppose you don't really want to risk the off chance of missing a herb. in a chest like that. But it does mean that we kind of have to semi-backtrack a little bit now, which isn't the best. Where's this lead? It's almost like just a little bit of a shortcut. So that does help a little bit, in all fairness. How do I get to the other side of this, though? We don't want to go down here because that's where the chest is. So I will want to find a spot to drop down. Maybe here? Yeah, I think this might be the right one. Well, it's the left one, but you know what I mean, right? Yeah, this is exactly where I needed to go. Ooh, health up. And another room with a set of 20 enemies in it. No chest, which is good to know. Running into a lot of spots where you could potentially drop down with Shadow's aura. And look at the crazy hitbox of that attack. One of those little ghost things was genuinely behind me. And I was still hitting it. That's how crazy Shadow is in this game. Also, going on over to the right here. Here's an enemy. We don't want to miss, and I think there might be merit to going back up here and dropping down from here. Yeah, that led us to that enemy. And these ones. There's a lot of little alleyways and such in this dungeon where you don't really need to go down to. Hi there, Catherine. Hope you're doing good tonight. There's a lot of little pathways in this dungeon where you don't really need to go to, but that do have some use. Glad to hear you're doing all right, Catherine. I'm doing good though. I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. Even though I'm running directly into these enemies. Strength has increased. That's something I always like to see. As we find the 5th hieroglyph stone. Hieroglyph? How do you pronounce that even? I'm unsure, to be honest. First one, hieroglyph? Okay. Thank you, Catherine. Let me see. Yeah. Oh, hieroglyph then. I forgot in which order I said them. Somehow. Then again, it could be one of those things where it's like hieroglyph in the UK and hieroglyph in America. Because that's a thing that happens a lot, right? With certain words. Yeah, pretty much exactly what Iggy is saying there. Normal way, huh? Well, I mean, what would be the normal under circumstances, you know? I don't really consider anything to be normal, to be honest. Continue your... I almost accidentally said no to him. We will pause the game here real quick, though, because we are about to get hit by an outbreak. So we're gonna have a short little break here before we get into the final section of this dungeon. And we will go stretch your legs, have some water, all that kind of stuff. And I would, of course, once again, as always, advise everyone else to do the same. And we will be back in a couple of short minutes. So thanks in advance for sticking around, and I will be back in a few short moments. BRB. All right, and we are back. Now let's continue on. We get close to the end of this dungeon. the sixth room, which probably isn't a shadow room, but we're gonna go in here anyway. At least Shadow can get rid of all these enemies quite quickly, which helps. Well, yeah, this is a shadow room, isn't it? Okay, that's good at least. Also, right here seems to be a hidden room of some sort. Well, I don't know how hidden that really is, but kind of, right? There's another one right here. I find it interesting that out of all of these sections, this is the first time we are seeing that these mummies have staircases hidden behind them. Wonder if I would need to go all the way over here yet. I suppose so. Because that enemy there was the one thing that was over there. Let's continue on to the left. Three more enemies, and they are supposedly all downstairs. One more over here. Yes, there it is. And another health up. That's good. That means we almost have maximum health. And on we go. No more hidden staircases behind mummies here. It looks like. So, Iggy, was it you that that last week, or I think earlier this week maybe, said that this was your least favorite in the game? This dungeon, I mean. Let's get this thing. There we go. Another defense up. Drags on a bit. I see. I don't know. I've always enjoyed this dungeon. I don't know which one would specifically be... I probably need to drop down from somewhere, don't I? I don't know what specific dungeon would be my least favorite in this game, to be honest. Oh, there's this. That I might have missed. Ooh, yeah, nice. But yeah, what my least favorite would be, I'm not sure. Probably one of the, like, probably the diamond mines, actually. Unless you're only counting, like, the big statue dungeons with proper boss fights and whatnot. But if you're just counting everything, then I would probably have to say diamond mines. That's the one dungeon that I'm not particularly a fan of. Let's do a safety save here before we put in that last hieroglyph. Or hieroglyph, I guess it is. Although I suppose they're technically both correct, aren't they? Doesn't matter for now, though, because we don't need to bother with them anymore. I think. Walk to the left without a sound. Excuse me? It says to walk to the left. Okay. There, that's good. Don't move. And what would this be, then? Oh, this is a jackal. Alright. I know the whole story of your adventure. I heard about an ancient biotechnology using a comet's light. I didn't know it was you. With the power to change body shape, you could get anything. People would bow at your feet. Only natural that King Edward would trick you into this. My father? Yes, after all, That's the way kings are. He would do anything to get the power. Might even be more evil than a mercenary like me. Either way, if I make money, it's fine. Come with me to Edward's castle. Yeah, probably not gonna do that. A voice whispers in Will's head. Will, play the flute. Ooh, I see. Grab this. I think I know what's about to happen, but I'm just gonna let it play out here for a minute. Ooh, look at this. Somehow the jackal got the full brunt of that, even though I was in the middle of one of those flames as well. Time for the game to get weirdly... Yeah, exactly, Iggy. That statue to the left fired directly into me, though, and I didn't get hurt at all. Well, why must everyone hate each other? I don't know, Kara. I don't know. Don't step into the fire, though. I'm sorry I got upset. You're doing your best to save the world. At first I just wanted to find my father, but somehow it got to be a trial. But me, I don't regret coming on this journey. Let's go and find the 5th mystic statue. Yeah, first let me turn back into Shadow again. Because I'm pretty sure I want to be Shadow for this boss fight. Unless the game for some reason doesn't let me do that, but I think it does. Hi there, Slug. How are you tonight? I hope you're having a good one. Let me equip this again. That was the sound from over the entrance. The mummified queen of the pyramid appears. Yes, let's get in there. I'm glad you're doing well, Slug. I'm glad you're doing well. We are getting to the end of this game, so that's good. We are about to start one of the final boss fights in the game. Let me see how well I remember how to fight this thing. Come on, Mummy Queen. Oh, I took damage. I took damage twice. Probably rather not do that. I need to equip the aura. The aura has always been a funny little mechanic to me because you can essentially spam it in certain situations to kind of become invulnerable. Even though I still took 2 hits there. Wasn't quite necessary, I would say. But we are staying alive so far. Whoops. I might have timed that really poorly. Oh, we're good, we're good, we're good, we're fine. Alright. I think honestly if we keep this pace up we should be doing okay with this fight. Oh, this is the phase where I need to hit one of those ghosts, isn't it? Do need to be a little careful though. There we go. Oh no. Gotta watch out for all these little ghosts as well, of course. Okay, we're almost there. We're almost there. I should be able to make this without too much trouble. Oops. Didn't really mean to jump down from there. But that's fine. We'll just wait until the circle returns here. Alright, one more hit left. Surely we can do that, right? Without dying. Yep, there we go. GG's. Defeating the spirit of the pyramid, he obtained a mystic statue. There we go. Nice, nice. I heard a voice from the flute. Same voice I heard in the prison at Edward Castle. Will, you've done well to come this far. Ah, it's father again. I'm at the tower now. Bring the 5 mystic statues to the tower. Statues you've collected hold the key to the fate of humanity. Will, hurry, the comet is approaching. Alright. Victory indeed, Slug. Victory indeed. It seems something terrible has happened that we don't know about. What to do? I was told to go to the Tower of Babel, but that little island? I hear Neil has built another airplane. Seems he's flying to the desert town. Let's get back there. Well, he's already in the desert town, isn't he? Yeah, there he is. Really? Do you have to go? Once you make up your mind to do something, nothing can stop you. Okay, I'll take Will to the Tower of Babel, then take Kara and Eric to the South Cape. The South Cape, Joe? The South Cape. This time the airplane won't crash. That's a big promise there, Neil. A big promise. Luckily, though, it does seem that we made it. We'll be there soon, Will. Say hello to your father for me. Thanks. I know you'll make a great president. Oh yeah, because he inherited that company, didn't he? I guess I won't see you for a long time. When you finish your business, hurry back to South Cape. Thank you. I'm glad we all made the trip together. On this trip, everyone found something. Lance met Lily and found his lost father. Neil decided to take over his parents' company. Kara started to really live and saw a world outside of the castle. I'm going to excuse myself. What about Seth then? Huh? Finally, I can go to the bathroom by myself at night. Really? Just like Eric, I suppose so. Kara hasn't said anything for a while. Seth became I mean, yeah, but, like, a bit convenient that Eric leaves that whole part of the story out of that little monologue, doesn't it? I won't see Will for a long time. I'll say goodbye to him. Right. Reach the Tower of Babel. Okay, Will? Your parachute's ready? Let's go. Yes, indeed. I jumped out over the Tower of Babel. I hadn't been there in a year and a half. And surely you'll have noticed that there was another parachute there. Jumping down. The Tower of Babel was deathly quiet. Time stood still. And on we go. Look at these free dance statues. The flute I had was discovered here. Oh, and the red jewel as well, apparently. I'm gonna just empty out the red jewels again. Just to be safe. Oh, look at this. We gotta shimmy along here. Here's another time that that animation gets used. Not for free, Dan, though. Oh, look at this. It's King Edward's crystal ring. I thought it was a decoration, but it'd been hidden there. I guess we had it with us the entire time, didn't we? You have the crystal ring. And now all of a sudden, magically, we can go through. Kara, yeah, we did see someone else jumping out of the plane. I'm sorry. I just feel that if we part now, we'll never meet again. But Kara, why have you come here? You can't come here unless you have the crystal ring. Could that be the ring? Didn't you find it in the Incan gold ship? Crystal ring is dark blue. The ring you have is light blue. A light one and a dark one. I understand. No matter what happens, don't leave me. Yes, indeed. Hello there. The light released from the comet has a profound effect on the growth of living things. When the star nears Earth's orbit, all living things experience a dramatic evolution. See? The evolution of living things took a long time. From insects to fish, from reptiles to mammals, then humans were born. And so human beings have evolved. Oh, this one over to the left here doesn't have anything to say, I guess. Okay. We'll just continue on then. The passage of time is different inside the Tower of Babel. Time races by. You're not normal human beings because you can live here. Is that not just because of those rings, though? In that room are demons evolved by the light. You must put them to sleep before you go up. Anything further to the right here? Oh, one of these things again. So we don't get a chance really to the flow of times. Yeah, I suppose it is, isn't it? Oh, well then. I guess this was where we needed to go. So here we have a little boss rush. Good chance for me to once again mention that I have this thing tattooed on my arm. Ooh, a single loop, nice. I feel like I probably should have taken a little less damage there, though, but that's fine. Luckily, I can heal up here immediately. And on we go. This has always been a fun sector of the game. Because you, in a way, you kind of just revisit all the things that you've done up until this point. With all these boss fights. Let's fight the bird again. I forget what this thing is called, but it's a bird, essentially. I think this was the one boss fight throughout the playthrough that gave me the most trouble. It wasn't as bad the second time though, because Shadow is a powerhouse, as you might have already been able to tell. And on we go. Next up would be the vampires then. Ooh, what's going on here? we just warp up. Okay. I'll take it. I guess there's no in-between healing anymore at this point. Hopefully we get these vampires down a little bit easier than we did the first time, though. It's time without a time limit. Yeah, I suppose that's true, isn't it? I took a lot of damage there in very fast succession, though. That was a bit worrying, to be honest, how that went down. There wasn't really anywhere I could go there. Alright. And suddenly they're back at full health again. Okay, this might end up being a bit of a problem. Need to be a bit careful. Yeah, they're doing a lot of damage, aren't they? I didn't really have a way to go there. We're doing a bit better this time, though. Which is good. Okay, one of them's down. One left to go. Oh no. You would think, you know, after all those defense buffs that I got earlier, we'd be doing a little bit better here. But no, not the case. There we go, though. Made it through. This refight cost you your remaining herbs? I see. By the time you reached the final boss, you had none left, so you had to fight it properly. Ooh. That sounds like a pain, to be honest. Oh, this is where we came from, wasn't it? Oh, we got through, luckily. We got through. And now it's just on to the next one. Which would be the snake, I guess? Or whatever this thing's called. So far, so good. And it's done. Nice. That one's really easy on the refight, apparently. If you're aggressive enough. Kara's not here. Where'd she go? That's worrying. Alright. Hello there. We're brought back to save Earth. I'll take you to the top floor. We do still have another refight to go through. Where's the door then? Ah, there it is. I might take a death on this one, but I'd rather take a death here, to be honest, than wasting my herbs. So we're just gonna deal with it. Oh, that was an unfortunate hit there already. Do I have the aura equipped even? No, I don't. Come down here, please. That was bound to happen, but like I said, I would rather have that happen than use a bunch more herbs than I would have otherwise needed to. So it's all good. This one is essentially exactly the same as the one that we just fought, isn't it? This is gonna be tight. There we go. She's refusing to get down here. So far, so good. Okay, we're halfway done on our health. Hopefully, I can finish this fight without having to use a herb. But with the way things are going right now, I feel like it's likely that I'll need at least one. Huh? But only time will tell. Get back up here, please. Well, that was a bit unfortunate. That triple hit right there was a lot less than ideal. And now we've taken a lot of damage pretty much right away as well. Gotta really make sure to get the right strategy going here for this fight. Whoops. Now it's all of a sudden becoming a little bit problematic. I have to admit. I gotta get back up. Oh no! He went flying this time. In both directions. Like I had no choice but to use the aura there, to be honest. So far, so good, though. I think this attempt pretty much needs to be it. If I don't want to end up having a lot of problems with the final boss. Come on now. I keep forgetting to pay attention to what her health looks like. Okay. Almost halfway done then. Oop, that was unfortunate. Yeah, I guess once you get trapped in the middle of that, you're just in proper trouble. Oh no. I'm gonna equip a herb just to be safe here. Might not need it. But I'd rather be safe than sorry. Yes, okay, there we go. That one honestly had me a little nervous. Not gonna lie. Let me unequip that herb before I end up accidentally using it. So now we're properly almost at the end there. Ah, hello. Are you supposed to be able to walk over these? I guess so. The comet will soon be entering Earth's orbit. We must go to the top of the Tower of Babel. Alright. I like how all of these bosses are just suddenly friendly now. Garo, where'd you go? There was that vampire. There was talk that the vampire woman had come. They say that her body is eternal. They say that once the comet is gone, you'll be able to rest in peace. I see. Interesting. If you proceed, you will not be able to turn back. No, we don't need to go back to Dao Village. That's pretty much only a thing if you want to do a secret dungeon. Which is not what we're looking to do here, obviously. Alright, and on we go, and we are pretty much now going to be on our way to the final boss here. So, today is going to end up being an unfortunately short stream. Well, depending on how quick we get this boss at least, but still. One worn-out body is quietly laid down. In his head, a familiar voice speaks. Will, it's me, Ullman, your father. Hi there, Lana. How are you doing? My body has decayed, but I live on like this. Thank you for the daily moshing etiquette, Lana. Father, why are you in that form? There's a strange room in the Tower of Babel, filled with the light of the comet. Time goes so fast there that people evolve very quickly. Why are Kara and I able to live? Because you two are evolved humans. That's so. Long ago, there existed biological technology using the light of the comet. People freely used the power to make plants and animals. For example, they made the camel. It can go for long periods without food or water. When people realized the power could be used as a weapon, demons were developed. I see. World was on the brink of ruin. At that time, the Knights of Darkness and Light were developed to decide the fate of humanity. They are your ancestors. The 6 mystic statues were made by the Knights. The last mystic statue is entrusted to you. I see. There we go. So now we have all 6 of them, which should mean that now we can go up to the comet, right? Have some big responsibilities on our shoulders. Yeah, you're right, Lana. You're right. We definitely do. Soon the comet will be very close. By then, the 2 of you must go to the roof of the tower. Close your eyes. Oh, close your eyes. That's how it ended. I read it like there was going to be more. The ancients worshipped the comet as a spirit. Those who bathed in the comet's light were given a strange power. The comet's called a spirit, but it's an unwelcome spirit. Evolving too fast brings destruction. As long as people have evil hearts, demons will be born. Will, open your eyes and look around. Oh, look at this. I think I need to talk to all of these, right? Oh, it's Seth. Hello, Seth. Ah, Will, it's been a long time. Such a world. If I could talk of this at an academy, I'd be a great scholar. I suppose so, Seth. I suppose so. Neil, what are you doing? I want him to make the Rolex company grow bigger and bigger. I guess he's not really a fan of where Neil is taking that company, is he? With my body gone, I became forever young. From the comet's light, I gained immortality. But is there meaning to an eternal life? I felt more alive when I had a terminal disease. I see. Ah, it's Hamlet. Hi there, Hamlet. Of course, there's no difference between humans and animals. Makes sense. Even if I can see the real world, I can't touch it. No matter how difficult it may get, I can't help you. Alright. At last the time is near. Everyone, give Will your power. Will and Kara joined and became one with the Light Knight. A great power was born. The Knights were brought forth. The Dark Knight's ultimate power, the Firebird, was released. Whoops. Your battle will change the fate of humanity. Now you must go to the comet. Alright. And with that, it is almost time to start fighting the final boss of this game. Just have this little flight to get through. Although I don't really have to hit any buttons here, which is good. Alright, let's get started. Already taking an unnecessary hit. That's unfortunate. Really? I need to not take that many hits in this first phase here. Ooh, almost took another one there. Only I could hit him multiple times per loop of this. Alright, almost done with the first phase. How long have I been playing this one? You mean this specific playthrough or in general? Alright, we're through with the first phase. On we go to the proper final boss. This specific playthrough, so I've been going at this for 4 weeks in total. I think if I had to guess, around 15 hours. Not 100% sure on that, but it's roughly that, I think. Speedrunner, really now, really now. I forget how nerve-wracking this thing is. But we're getting through. We are getting through. Oh no. He's not really opening up his hurt box for me quite frequently there, is he? Oh, there we go. One more loop of that and I think we should already be done. Would be pretty good if I can make this happen without having to use a herb. There we go, and we're done. Nice. GG's. And that, everyone, has been Illusion of Gaia. Nice. What's happened to the comet? I see. The text is going really slow in this, isn't it? Thank you for the GG's, Meek. That glowing green planet. Yeah, that's good. That's Earth, isn't it? The comet's power has disappeared. The evil star has flown off to the other side of the universe. I wish this text went a little bit quicker, in all honesty. Thank you for the hype there, Lana. Do you know what planet that is, glowing there in the darkness? Well, that would be Earth, wouldn't it? Yeah, indeed, Will. Indeed. That's right, our Earth. Doesn't it look like a desert oasis? A desert oasis, huh? It hit harder if the text box didn't obscure Earth. Yeah, kind of. Iggy, kind of. It's never looked more beautiful, but it looks lonely, shining in the darkness. Oh, in the dark. It would also hit harder, Iggy, if the text didn't go so slowly. Yes, the world is awakened. Ah, who's this then? Will's mother, it seems. A nice little family reunion we have going on here. The Earth, a mother with millions of children. Billions even at this point. Trillions, I guess, if you count every single living thing. I'm sure you think about us sometimes, and Kara often thinks about her parents. I have a lot of trouble reading this properly when the text is going that slowly. The Earth is the same way. She gets lonely if her children forget about her. Understandable, I guess. How is it, you two? Looking at the world you live in from the outside. Imagine if we actually spoke this slowly. It's as if we'd become spirits. As if we'd become spirits. Want to show all of our group. Is that so? No, I want to show everyone in the world, even. Thanks for the lurk, Lana. I appreciate that, as always. Although I guess we don't really need good luck with the playthrough anymore, because it's over, essentially. They will see this green Earth with their own eyes. I think I missed a text box or two there. See how lonely the Earth looks? Just like the two of you. Isn't there a thing where the final boss fight that we fought just a few moments ago wasn't initially going to be the final phase? Like, there were like 3 or 4 more phases. And I think a ROM hack was made at one point that has all of the phases in it. And it gets pretty insane from what I remember seeing. Ah, the map has started to change. Oh, look at this. Quite a lot happening here. It's changing multiple times as well. Well, this one looks quite familiar, doesn't it? Somehow the land has taken on a strange shape. That is the new world, is that so, Will's father? The path of evolution, changed by the comet, has continued until now. I see. I guess did we then stop evolution in a way? The Earth too has a life. It too has evolved and changed its shape. I guess we stopped the bad kind of evolution, didn't we? Now that the comet has no influence on the world, it's returned to its original condition. Ah, well, that makes sense, I suppose. Why do you two know the future? Is that probably because the whole time thing in Tower of Babel, isn't it? When I lost my body, I started seeing everything. That's so. The past, the future, humanity's progress, and what else then? Maybe people would call this kind of body a spirit. Yeah, that's how things like this are usually called. So that seems about right. Now you and Kara can become ordinary children again. That's so. Don't be afraid. Be afraid of what? What exactly? When we return to Earth, will we be separated? That's a good question, Kara. Yes, indeed. That sounds unfortunate. World is changing. Humanity and history have started down a new path. Hi there, Catherine. Custom Discord color, huh? Alright. Feel free to DM me with the color, although I pretty much think I already know what it's going to be, but still. Thank you for that redeem, though, Catherine. We will. I will be sure to set that up after the stream. Let's look at the world before the power of the comet is extinguished. Sounds good. We hope you two have a bright future. I would hope so too. I think we are about to get into the credits with this music. Will, come here. Show me your face. Face is a little 16-bit there, wouldn't you say, Kara? I want to burn you into my memory. Didn't they just explain that that's not how that works, Kara? Pretty sure they genuinely just explained that, but that might be just me. But yeah, Catherine. Even though I probably already know what your color would be, feel free to still shoot me a DM about it. Probably also because I will forget otherwise. So take care, close your eyes. And I think we're about to just get booted into the new world, aren't we? Let's go to Earth. I'm already on Earth, but I suppose Will and Kara aren't. Hello, Black Wolf man. Welcome to you. Hope you're doing well. We are right at the end of this playthrough of Illusion of Gaia here tonight. It's been a fun one, though. It's been a fun one. I mean, this game is always fun. The Earth's look had changed. Yeah, it does look quite different here, doesn't it? But glowing in the sky, it was as beautiful as ever. Buildings replaced the forests. I see. Rivers became roads. But the villages held only smiling faces. I've always wondered if this is supposed to be some kind of statement on consumerism and whatnot. Tomorrow morning, Kara and I will start our new lives. Yes, indeed, we will. The Tower of Babel stands tall, as if it knows the whole future of the world, of the Earth. Okay, I was trying to read in advance there because the text goes so slowly, and I ended up using the wrong word. Unfortunate. Is that the Tower of Babel, then, in this version of the world that we're looking at right now? Not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure. But here we go, finally into the credit sequence, which means this game is properly finished. It was a really fun playthrough, I will say, as shouldn't be a surprise, to be honest. I always have a fun playthrough whenever I do this. This is the second time I've played this game on stream. Knowing me, it probably won't be the last time, to be completely honest. But this was a very fun game to get through here, right before the release of the Switch 2, which we are of course going to be getting on Thursday. In the coming week, like I mentioned in the beginning of the stream, we are going to be starting 2 new games. One of which is going to be the Switch 2 edition of The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, which is going to be fun, and then we are going to be starting Kena as well. What's that? What's the full name? I keep forgetting what the full name of that game is. Kena Bridge of Spirits. That's the one. We are going to be starting that one in the coming week as well. Which is probably going to be on Tuesday. I will say though, put the link in there real quick. Keep an eye out in the Discord, because I will be posting a weekly schedule in there tomorrow. As I already explained, it's Meek's birthday tomorrow, and we're going out for dinner, so I won't be streaming tomorrow, even though I usually do stream on Mondays. Just a little bit of a circumstance, but we should be live on Tuesday instead, and a couple of other times throughout the week. So once again, stay tuned in Discord, and I will keep everyone up to date on the entire situation. For now, though, chill out a little bit with the credits. How did everyone enjoy seeing this playthrough? I'm curious to know. I obviously had a very fun time. I should start with, because you know it's one of my favorite games of all time. So of course I was going to have a good time with it. This game doesn't get old to me somehow. Even though there's some situations in this game where the text goes really slowly and you're like, you know, might want to speed that up a little bit. But other than that, I always have a great time with this game. So I'm very happy that I decided to do a playthrough here this month, or well, I guess the past month, really. And it ended up lasting exactly as long as I expected it to, because we finished it just in time to get to the Switch 2 next week. Which I'm not complaining about, of course. Every now and then, I still carry out a little bit of hope that this game somehow ends up getting a modern remake somehow. ActRaiser got a remake, so within my head, I was always like, why not this one as well? You know, if we can do it for ActRaiser, surely we can do it.
Greetings!
For Illusion of Gaia as well. Hi there, Scuffed. How are you doing tonight? Got here just at the end here, just at the end, because we finished the game, which I was kind of expecting to be taking up until this point with it, to be honest. So it's gonna be another It's going to be another early one tonight, which is unfortunate. But next week, that shouldn't be the case anymore because, of course, we are starting 2 new games. So that's also exciting as well, of course. How are you doing, though, Scuffed? Hopefully you're having a decent Sunday. Same as usual. Fair enough. Fair enough. At a barbecue. Oh, I see. I see. With family or something else. I think you mentioned this to me already earlier this week. It was with family, right? Yeah, family. Okay. Barbecues are always good. I'm probably having one with my family soon as well. Once my parents have their yard finished up, we're probably going to do that at some point. Barbecues are always fun. I'm always a big fan of those kinds of foods. So, you know, obviously, I would enjoy them. We were supposed to have a barbecue last weekend, but the rain kind of got in the way, so we ended up doing gourmet instead. I wonder why some of these names are highlighted in red. I wonder if there's like a reason for that in this credit sequence. There's always something really fun about the credit sequences in games like this, isn't there? The way these older games always take you kind of through the entire game in the credit. I guess games nowadays still do it as well, but for some reason to me it doesn't feel quite like the way they do it here. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me though. I mean, honestly, it probably is just me. $1994. This game is 3 years older than I am. Hay fever. Honestly, yeah. With the way the weather was today, I'm not surprised they're Scuffed. I'm glad I stayed in all day because I would have had that same. I mean, even when I'm staying in right now, I'm having a little bit of that problem. So I can't imagine what it would have been like if I was out today. After how busy yesterday was, I didn't want to do anything too extraordinary today though. So it's all good. Licensed to Nintendo. I wonder if Nintendo could potentially strong arm having a game like this reappear then, if that's the case. Thank you for playing. You're welcome, game. You're welcome. I think this is one of those games that just kind of gets stuck at this screen, doesn't it? Let me try hitting some buttons here. Oh, no, yeah, something's happening. Oh, right, there's a little end cutscene here. Where it shows us going to school in the new world. Class is over. Well, that's good. Please be careful crossing the street. Makes sense. We've had a lot of traffic accidents lately. What's this, the Netherlands? Hello there. Looks like everyone's up and running again, which is good. Alright, very nice. And I think this is going to be where we have to call it for tonight, because, I mean, obviously, the game is done. It's a bit of a shorter stream because of it, unfortunately. That's just how things go every now and then, isn't it? Let me go ahead and go here. Thank you to everyone who watched today, though. I really appreciate it, as always. We will be back, not tomorrow, but on Tuesday. I still have to post my weekly schedule, but I can already tell you. Next stream is going to be on Tuesday, and that's going to be Kina Bridge of Spirits. So I'm looking forward to playing that. That's going to be fun. Stay tuned for that. I will be posting on Discord about it tomorrow as well, of course. And with that, I'm going to be off today. Let me see if there's anyone who I would want to raid at the moment. Give me one quick second to have a look through my little list here. My list of people. There's quite a few going on. Here's a fun-looking one though. Let me mute the tab real quick, because our friend Kedaberry is currently playing a Hat in Time, a game that I also personally really enjoy. So that's going to be fun to watch. Let's all go say hi to Kida, who also appears in chat here occasionally. So might already be a familiar name if you haven't seen her streams yet. You might have seen her here in our very chat. So let's send our raid messages over there, and I will see you. Like I said, I will see you guys again on Tuesday. Stay tuned in the Discord for more updates on that. Thank you once again very much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.